Welcome to this short video for our Odyssey program coming up on February 12th. I'm talking about the piece that is on the program called Melody. It's Dance of the Blessed Spirits from the opera Orpheus e Eurydice. Gluck was born in 1714, and this opera was written in 1762. It was his first reform opera. It was not the overly complex, ornate Baroque opera, but it was the first to change to a more simply stated style. Melody depicts the sorrowful song of Orpheus, who journeyed to Hades to plead for the return or release of his wife. The music from his lyre was so inspired that his request was granted, but that's as far as I'll tell you where the story goes. There are many transcriptions of this favorite: piano, violin, and flute solos, and this duet, a recent transcription for piano and pipe organ, and I will be performing this with a Jaakko Tsuruta. The pipe organ stops I chose are a mixture of strings and flutes in 8-foot and 4-foot ranks. Let me talk about the organ a little bit. Each stop or instrument choice has a rank of 61 pipes to cover the length of the keyboard. This Moeller organ from the 1950s has 3 keyboards and the pedal board. Pedal stops have 32 pipes in a rank. The 8-foot stop signifies the largest pipe in the rank, and it is the unison or native pitch. The 4-foot stops are the higher octave. In the pedals, there are 16-foot stops that lower the pitch an octave, and even a 32-foot stop for 2 octaves lower. So, would you like to take a look in the pipe room? Let's try that. Here is one chamber room of the pipes at First Baptist Church in Columbia. You will see that the size and the shapes of the pipes in each rank or row is a little bit different. This changes their sound quality. I'll turn the corner here and show you some of the larger pipes that go with our foot pedals. You can see they actually turn a corner because our pipe room is smaller than some of the 16 or 32-foot pipes. Imagine the organ tuner crawling up here, checking each individual pipe, while another technician is at the console playing one note at a time. Thank you, Quimby organ technicians from Warrensburg, for your scheduled visit. And thank you, Odyssey friends, for coming to visit. We'll see you at the program. Signing off, Colleen, Ostercamp.
Hi, I'm Siri Geenen. I'm a violinist, and I will be playing on the upcoming Odyssey concert Friday, February 12th. And I will be performing the Concerto for 4 Violins by Vivaldi, and I will be playing this with my good friends Amy Appold, Julie Rosenfeld, and Lydia Redding. Ayako asked if I might just talk a little bit about Vivaldi. He's an incredibly fascinating composer. I said I would do my best just to share what knowledge I have of Vivaldi. He was known also as the Red Priest. He was writing music in the Baroque period. His dates are 1678 to 1741, and he was writing music in Italy. Vivaldi had a difficult birth, and his mother said if he would live, she would dedicate his life to the priesthood. But Vivaldi's father was a violinist, and so much of his formative years he spent attending rehearsals with his father, and his father was also his teacher. So At age 15, Vivaldi did go and study to become a priest, but after that, he became the kind of a director of music and priest at a school called La Pieta. It was a school for girls, and it was at this time that Vivaldi did most of his composing, and many of his pieces were written for these students at La Pieta. And it's interesting, they were given names there. It would be of their instruments. So I would have been Siri of the violin. And I kind of have a personal connection with this because I'm a Suzuki teacher and I use the Suzuki literature for teaching my students. And in Suzuki Volume 4, we have several movements of a Vivaldi concerto, and we also have some in Suzuki Volume 5. And I always really like to talk to my students about Vivaldi and composing these pieces for young students. And I say that, 400, 350 years ago, some young person was also studying this concerto. And I think it gives them a connection to their art and to the music through history. And it's a beautiful thing that music can do, kind of make us connected to very long ago times. Vivaldi's music was very popular and he was very famous during his lifetime, but after his death, his music kind of became sort of overlooked and not performed much. And really it was not until the 20th century that his music had a second revival. And some credit this to the violinist Fritz Kreisler. Kreisler wrote a lot of music for violin, but he would put it under a pen name. And he wrote a piece in the style of Vivaldi that Kreisler said Vivaldi wrote, but actually Mr. Kreisler wrote it. But it was a piece that was quite popular and became a kind of a revival instigator for people looking more into Vivaldi's works. And probably the most famous piece by Vivaldi is the Four Seasons, that you've maybe heard it on various television programs or ringtones, all kinds of things, but very famous. But it's interesting to learn about the composers, and we're very excited to bring you the Concerto for Four Violins this upcoming Friday. Thank you.